Jason Rzucidlo reporting for AmericaJR.com, and I'm being joined by Ron Cogan, who's the editor of the Green Car Journal. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Nice day here in LA.
Very good. So can we go down the list of some of the green vehicles that you have out here today?
Yeah, we have the Fisker Karma extended range electric. We have the Chevy Volt extended range electric, Ford Focus electric vehicle, CODA electric vehicle, Infiniti M hybrid, Acura ILX hybrid, the Touareg, VW Touareg hybrid, VW Passat running on biodiesel. We have a pretty good array of cars out here.
Very good. So now, what would you say is the greenest vehicle out of all of these?
Well, it's tough to say. That really depends on your perception of what's green. Some people would say that an electric vehicle, a pure electric, is the greenest vehicle, and I've identified those, but others would say that's not the only definition of a green vehicle. If you happen to be well-heeled and you are a celebrity and you want a green vehicle, I think those people would consider the Fisker Karma and their choice of a green vehicle. Chevy Volt is, it was our 2011 Green Car of the Year. It's certainly, way up there in our eyes. So lots of green vehicles here.
Okay. Now, which one of these would you say has the lowest price tag?
Well, it would probably be one of the more conventional hybrids, because the extended range hybrids tend to be a little more expensive. Battery electric vehicles tend to be a little more expensive. I don't recall the exact MSRP for each of these vehicles. I would think the Acura ILX hybrid is probably one of those at probably about a $30,000 price point, I think. So, I would say the conventional, if you can call it that, hybrids that we have here.
All right. Now, are all of these cars available on the marketplace right now?
All except for the Audi, and I forgot to mention Audi a minute ago. The Audi A3 e-tron is a developmental vehicle, and that's here, electric vehicle, and I'm glad they brought it out here. And then we also have the Audi A3 TDI, which was one of our green cars of the year. I think it was 2010, yeah, it was, which gets 42 miles per gallon on the highway. So all of these are available except for the developmental e-tron.
All right. So about how many of these are being made in America versus some of the other foreign countries?
I don't know which ones are being made here. I know that some of them are being made here in the States, even if they have an import brand, but can't say. I know that CODA, for instance, is a mix. It's a roller. It's created on an assembly line in China, and I believe the electrification is done there and here. It's a mixed bag these days, trying to determine what's built where.
In terms of the Chevy Volt, how close are we to the $7,500 federal tax credit running out?
I don't know where we are with the tax credit. What I can say about it is there comes a time where a tax credit isn't going to exist anymore. These cars have to stand on their own, not just the Volt, but all of the battery electric cars and the plug-in hybrids that are using the $7,500 tax credit as part of their marketing plan. At some point, incentives will go away, because that's the economic times we live in, and that's the challenge for battery electric vehicles of all types. Is batteries are still expensive, incentives are needed at this point, and when they go away, it'll be interesting to see how this all sorts out. But don't know when it's going to go away yet. It doesn't look like it's going away soon, though.
All right. I saw online that there are some people in Congress who want to turn the tax credit into an instant rebate that can be taken off the price of the vehicle at the dealership.
I'm not sure. Again, I could never predict what Congress is going to do. Congress can't predict what Congress is going to do. It's really inexplicable these days. I understand why they want to do that. It makes it much simpler to sell cars. If people know they're going to buy the car, the dealer will wrap an instant rebate into the finance package. That makes a lot of sense. It also, costs a lot of money up front. And these days, there isn't a lot of money in Washington or anywhere else, for that matter, even though we have a recovering auto industry and a recovering economy. So I know this has been going on. I know there's a big movement toward it. Whether that will happen is anyone's guess.
I know that you'll be at the LA Auto Show in a couple of months, so have you started working on the finalists for the Green Car of the Year award?
Yeah, we've been looking at some of the vehicles that will be finalists, but we can't make the cut for quite a while because there are still announcements to be made. There will be cars that may be a surprise to us that are going to be introduced. Then we have to do the vetting process. Will it be on sale by January 1st so it qualifies for this year's competition? But yeah, we take a look at the vehicles early on, and because there's so much happening. And we have to start assembling our list, but it'll get much shorter as the months move on until we're down to 5. But we're not there yet.
When can we expect an announcement on the Green Car of the Year finalists?
Oh, that announcement will probably be coming in October, probably early October. So I'd be staying tuned for that.
Any other final comments before we wrap it up?
No, well, yeah, I think, ride and drive opportunities like this are a natural extension of what we do at Green Car Journal and now at carsofchange.com. We want people to be aware of the latest vehicles. In carsofchange.com, we also give perspectives from the nation's major environmental and science groups, as well as industry commentators. We want people to listen to what's being said, what the facts are out there, then weigh in their own minds what's important for our transportation future. Events like these, as part of our Green Car Tour, allows people to actually get behind the wheel, because that's an important component. You can learn about them, you can read about them and hear about them, but until you get behind the wheel, sometimes it's hard to understand how important or how seamless these vehicles are. So that's why we do this.
All right, very good.